Hello, hello, OFP Nation. It is Sunday, February 23rd, 2025, and we are here for our weekly analysis. Hey, Nick, are you with me?
Yes, I am.
Beautiful. As usual, we are going to dive in. We're going to take a look at the different pairs on our watch list, kind of get an idea of where the markets are heading for the week ahead. And of course, if you guys have any questions, please leave them for us in the comments. We'd be more than happy to kind of go over those pairs for you. Alrighty. Without further ado, I'm going to step back and I'm going to let Nick do his thing.
All right, thank you. So, we already have the dollar index as our first. So, as we went into the week last week, we had a short-term upward movement on dollar index, which brought us to this level of 107,300. Then we dropped immediately from there, and then we started to push all the way down strongly. So at this point, there seems to be slight dollar weakness, but not one that will last long, as we may actually be coming all the way up here. I do believe this level, which we are anticipating to break, will now be around here, and then this level will be here. So the first level for us to break for the coming week, I do believe it will be above 107.300. So that is what we're anticipating on dollar index. So now let's look at the pairs that make up the dollar index or correlate mostly with the dollar index, starting with euro dollar. So euro dollar had the push down, broke the trend line, then pushed up, which was the weakness that we saw on dollar index. And now we are pushing back slightly right under this trend line that we had over here. So I still believe next week we might come all the way down here to 1.04 and actually go beyond to 1.03700. So that's where I see us going with euro dollar. Let's look at pound dollar. So pound dollar slightly broke, went back in, continued up, then broke again on the very top. So we seem to also be the same scenario. And I believe next week we can be seeing ourselves come all the way to 25600 around this area. So that is where I think we're going to be coming down to top of the week, probably by Tuesday or Wednesday or even tomorrow. Because who knows, the market might just gap all the way down here. There is that kind of possibility with pound dollar doing that as well, like what happened over here. So anything below here, I believe pound dollar will be bearish continuing for the rest of the week. Then let's look at dollar Mexican. So dollar Mexican has been in a bit of a limbo as we started moving up here, pulled back around this area. We're looking for like a head and shoulders pattern. It didn't really fully complete the head and shoulders right here, but he started to move all the way down, made a new low beyond this low, and did a slight pullback and then pushed him in forward further down. And we haven't really come to this level of support right here. Then we pushed all the way up, came to this level of resistance, got some sort of resistance from this level, and then we pushed down. And now we seem to be pushing up. Hopefully, for the week, this will just come all the way down rather than going all the way up here. If it does go all the way up here, then we might actually be having some resistance and be coming all the way probably up here to form that right shoulder. But looking at the period of time from this point all the way to here, I believe this right shoulder was already formed, and shorts going to the downside, coming all the way down here, seem to be more viable than anything else, rather than waiting for the market to come all the way back up here to this resistance. Yeah, so that is what we are seeing. Then let's look at dollar yen. So the yen pairs, they have been in a free fall, but good news is we have reached a level of support. If you remember this level, we marked it. We go back here. It's the one which is right here. So in essence, the this level over here was resistors, and then we pushed all the way strongly right through it. That then we came all the way down, made support, pushed all the way up, and now we're back at this level, creating support again. So will we bounce off here and then continue to upside? Well, this wouldn't just be ideal to just blindly go in with the buy, but rather would rather wait for the market to show us a reason to actually be buying pound dollar at pound, sorry, not pound, dollar yen rather than pound yen. We'll look at pound yen in a bit, but yes, we need a reason to be buying dollar yen at this point in time before we actually commit capital in here. We're at a level of support, great, but is this really where we'll be reversing from? Is the question. So till we break this trend line, probably even go right above his resistance, we will wait for the next confirmation. Then let's look at pound yen. So pound yen, if you remember, we broke this trend line over here. So overall, it's still bullish on pound yen. We just have this pullback, which is right here, and we might actually be going with the push all the way up to here. And so next week on, or this rather, this coming week today, in a few minutes, we most probably will be coming above here for the week. That's what my anticipation is on pound yen. So that's what I'm looking forward with pound yen. So it is very different from dollar yen, the whole scenario. So pound yen, I do believe, is much more stronger when it comes to going to the upside. So yeah, that is my anticipation. So this coming week, let's look for resistance level, the 1 point, or it's rather 191 to be broken. Then from there, we can also see the same scenario happen on dollar yen. Right, then let's look at CAD Swiss. So CAD Swiss, we pushed all the way down, went below this level of support, and we seem to be coming down to this level. So coming into the week, I do believe we might be coming to this support level on CAD Swiss and probably bouncing at this level, but we are yet to see. We might actually be coming back up here, but up until a trend line is broken, this trend line right here, up until it's broken, then we do nothing. We're looking for some long opportunity, and for now, we're just currently very bearish. This can be an ideal area to aim for if you want a short-term sell position. Then long-term could be all the way down here. So if we do break this support level, then we come all the way down. We might actually come all the way to 0.6200 as the support level. Right, so let's look at gold now. Gold. Gold. broke the trend line over here, and we might be coming down, but it hasn't broken this long-term trend line. This trend line has been broken. We're not sure where this is going at the current moment in time, but this could be where everything changes or not. If we do have a break above the previous high, then I would say for sure this trend is still continuing to upside. But if we do break below this support level right here, then we might actually be coming to this trend line at 2880. So those are the two scenarios coming to this week. So it's either we're going to go up, break, or come down and break. So that is my anticipation since we already have a break of the trend line that's right here. So I'd rather lean to where there's actual momentum. So if we do break above here, then buys going to upside will be great. But for now, we continue watching gold and see where it will take us. Then let's now look at NAS 100. So NAS 100 actually had a break on Friday, and that was probably due to news. So same scenario with what we saw on the dollar index, some weakness, then later strength. So we might actually have that on NAS 100 this coming week. So the anticipation here is we might actually come to this level of support right here. So that is a level we can actually bounce from, then continue up. This looks like it's going to continue, but not for long. If we do continue it, I do believe we're going to come to 21400, then bounce from there, then continue all the way up and try and make a all-time new high. That is strong enough because this all-time high that it created over here wasn't good enough. So I believe there's going to become round two where we go all the way up and finally make some really strong new highs on NAS 100. Right, so let's go to US 30 now. So US 30, same scenario, but this one we did break this resistance level. So because this was already bearish from when we first started, we had the break of the trend line, and then we had a pullback, and then this continued, and then trickle all the way down immediately after that. So we are looking to see ourselves actually reach 41750. So that is our anticipation on US 30. Nothing else to do apparently, but wait for it to continue its downfall all the way to 41750. Unlike NAS 100, US 30 doesn't always aim to make new highs, but it does make new highs, but not as the way NAS 100 moves. NAS 100 is always anticipated to always make new highs, but for US 30, it tends to move sideways and not make great moves whatsoever to the upside. All right, so let's move over to crypto. So let's look at Bitcoin. So Bitcoin, same scenario. There's nothing that has really changed. We pushed all the way down and we've just been in this consolidation, trying to shrink all the way down to 91,000. We came all the way close to 92,000. We pushed all the way up, then came down to 94. And it seems like probably at the start of Monday, we might actually touch again these lows and see what happens next. But overall, the anticipation is for us to come to 91,000. So that is what we're anticipating for this coming week, to see some lows coming to 91,000. Same scenario with Ethereum. So Ethereum, we have been seeing some stronger upsides as opposed to downsides when you compare it to Bitcoin. So we might actually be at the top right here, then we might come all the way down to 2,600 again. So at this point in time, we are still looking to trickle all the way down to 2,000 for Ethereum. So we will just wait for this to happen and not rush anything. So for cryptos right now, it's a really slow market. We can't really force anything, and we just need to anticipate the coming move. So shorts at this point in time are great to the downside to 2,000, and very tight stop losses, probably even just right above this resistance levels would be great, so that you can get probably a 5 to 1, 6 to 1, or a 7 to 1 on Ethereum. So this concludes our analysis for today. Rhea, you can come up from hiding now.
Thank you so much for that analysis, Nick. I appreciate it. We appreciate it.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you.
Does anybody
well.
does anybody have any other pairs that they want us to take a look at before we go for the evening or for the day, depending on where you are in the world? Let us know in the comments. We'll give you guys a second to respond. But in the meantime, while we're waiting for you guys to let us know, do want to let you know that we do have a flash sale going on right now just for the weekend. So right now it is almost 10:30 p.m. Central European time. So that means we have about an hour and a half or so left of the flash sale. You can get 15% off of any instant funded account that starts at $250 or more, using the discount code CRYP15. And you'll see that scrolling at the bottom of your screen. So if you guys want to use that discount code and get in 15% off, you can go ahead and grab that. All right. Well, it doesn't look like you guys have any questions or that you have any other pairs that you want us to look at. So we are going to wrap up this analysis for today so that we can get some sleep. Well, it's still early for me yet. So, but we'll wrap this up and we'll be back on Wednesday with our midweek analysis.